There comes a moment in a man's life when tolerance stops feeling noble and starts feeling expensive. You stay calm, you keep your composure, you let things slide because you don't want conflict, drama, or to look emotional. But slowly, something shifts. People take more, they push further, and what began as patience turns into permission. This is the quiet danger Stoicism warns about. Not anger, not confrontation, but the slow erosion of self-respect disguised as being mature. Strong men don't break when they're attacked. They break when they tolerate what violates their dignity. Stoic philosophy is clear on this point. Endurance without boundaries is not strength. It is self-betrayal. And the moment you recognize that, walking away stops being emotional. It becomes necessary. Why walking away is strength, not ego. Most people believe walking away is an ego move. They think it means you're offended, defeated, or unable to handle pressure. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Walking away is not about pride, it is about clarity. A man with a fragile ego needs the last word. He needs validation. He needs to prove something. A strong man doesn't. He understands that not every situation deserves his energy, his time, or his presence. When respect disappears, engagement becomes a loss. Stoic strength is the ability to detach without resentment, to leave without drama, to withdraw without explanation. You don't walk away because you're hurt. You walk away because you're disciplined. And discipline means knowing this truth. Your dignity is not something to be negotiated. Behavior. Repeated boundary violations. The first sign of real disrespect is not a loud insult. It's a line that gets crossed more than once. You make your boundary clear, calmly, without anger. They acknowledge it, then ignore it. Stoicism is precise here. A mistake happens once. A choice repeats. When someone keeps crossing the same boundary, they are not confused. They are measuring how much access they can take without consequence. Weak men explain the boundary again. They negotiate it. They hope understanding will fix behavior. Strong men observe patterns. They don't argue. They don't threaten. They simply reduce access. Because in Stoic philosophy, what continues after clarity is no longer disrespect. It is permission. Behavior 2. Disrespect disguised as jokes. Disrespect rarely announces itself directly. More often, it hides behind laughter. It's just a joke. Relax, you're too serious. Stoics understood this tactic well. Mockery wrapped in humor is still contempt. When jokes consistently lower your status, question your intelligence, or make you the punchline, it's not playfulness. It's positioning. Weak men laugh along to avoid tension. They trade dignity for acceptance. Strong men don't. They recognize that humor should connect, not diminish. And when laughter requires self-disrespect, the cost is too high. They don't argue. They don't accuse. They don't defend themselves. They withdraw calmly. Because anything that needs to shrink you to entertain others was never respected to begin with. Behavior 3. Guilt used to control your choices. Not all disrespect sounds aggressive. Some of it sounds reasonable, concerned, even loving. If you really cared, you would do this. After everything I've done for you. Stoicism draws a sharp line here. Responsibility is not the same as obligation. When someone repeatedly uses guilt to steer your decisions, they are not appealing to your values. They are exploiting them. Weak men argue with guilt. They explain. They justify. They carry emotional debt that was never theirs. Strong men don't fight guilt. They recognize it. They understand this rule. Any relationship that requires you to betray your peace to prove your loyalty is already misaligned. So they don't harden their heart. They harden their boundaries, and they walk away. Not angrily, but decisively. Behavior 4. Only valuing you when you're useful. One of the clearest forms of disrespect is conditional presence. They appear when they need something. They disappear when you don't comply. Stoics believed respect is revealed through consistency, not convenience. When your value rises only when you provide help, attention, or resources, you are not being appreciated. You are being accessed. Weak men tolerate this pattern because they fear being unnecessary. They keep giving, hoping usefulness will turn into respect. It never does. Strong men notice the imbalance. They stop overgiving. They stop explaining. They understand this quiet truth. Relationships built on extraction collapse the moment access is limited. So they create distance, not as punishment, not as revenge, but as clarity. Because in Stoicism, distance is not coldness. It is self-respect in action. Behavior 5. Subtle contempt for your growth. Not all disrespect is obvious. Some of it appears when you start improving. You become more disciplined, more focused, more self-controlled, and suddenly, the tone changes. Small jokes, dismissive comments, a strange discomfort with your progress. Stoicism teaches that growth exposes truth. When someone benefits from your stagnation, your evolution feels like a threat. Weak men shrink to keep others comfortable. They slow themselves down to preserve harmony. Strong men refuse that trade. They understand this principle. Any relationship that requires you to stay smaller is not a relationship. It's a limitation. So they don't argue. They don't seek approval. They keep growing. And if distance forms, they accept it calmly. Because a Stoic man chooses alignment over acceptance. Weak men stay. Strong men leave. Weak men stay where they are, disrespected because they fear loss. Loss of connection, loss of approval, loss of familiarity. They endure what drains them and call it loyalty. Strong men see it differently. They understand that staying in the wrong place slowly teaches others how to treat them. Stoic masculinity is not loud. It does not threaten. It does not beg for understanding. It observes. It decides. It leaves. Not in anger, not to punish, but to protect alignment between values and actions. A strong man knows this truth. Loneliness is temporary. Self-betrayal is permanent. So when respect disappears, he does not argue to restore it. He removes himself, and in that quiet exit, his authority remains intact. Walking away is quiet authority. Walking away is not defeat. It is decision. You don't leave because you are emotional. You leave because you are clear. Stoicism teaches that true authority does not announce itself. It doesn't argue for validation. It doesn't chase understanding. A man who can walk away calmly controls the most important thing, his reactions. You don't need the last word. You don't need closure. You don't need to be seen as right. You need self-respect. When you stop negotiating your dignity, something shifts. Your presence becomes scarce. Your energy becomes valuable. And those who once took you lightly begin to feel the weight of your absence. That is not revenge. That is restraint. That is the quiet authority Stoicism was built on.